welcome to Anchor Network, where you get updates of things happening around you and things you would like to know. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to this channel and those who are yet to subscribe. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Click the red button and also click the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime we publish any news. This time around, we have wonderful news for you that you'll be glad that you are aware of. Stay tuned. Immediate past national chairman of the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC), Chief John Odigie-Oyegun, has absolved himself of allegations of being behind the current travails of his successor, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, describing the former Labour leader as a master of the art of deception and author of confusion. He described the allegation as ludicrous and infantile, as well as an attempt to dream up justifications for the failings of the party under Oshiomhole's chairmanship. Oyegun spoke as Imo State chapter of APC passed a vote of confidence on Oshiomhole. Since the build-up to the June 2018 National Convention of APC and the consequent emergency of Oshiomhole as APC chairman, Odigie-Oyegun had often taken flack for the numerous problems afflicting the party. While he maintained studied silence all through the period, his reaction yesterday would be his first formal response to allegations of laying landmines for his successor. However, in a statement signed by his public affairs advisor, Chief Ray Murphy, yesterday, the former APC national chairman said Oshiomhole had continued to falter because he lacks the temperament required to lead a political party in the 21st century. Odigie-Oyegun said that statements of Bobby traps is ludicrous and infantile, an attempt to dream up justification for the failing of the party under Oshiomhole's chairmanship. Oshiomhole fails because he lacks the temperament that is required to run a political party. He lacks the capacity to manage the different interests and tendencies that constitute a political party. While accusing Oshiomhole of always acting according to his whims rather than the resolutions of the NWC, the statement equally described the party chairman as one ruled by his tongue rather than his mind. He said, Oshiomhole engages his mouth before engaging his mind, so he offends party members. So how does that constitute booby traps by Oyegun, the SY chairman? He also spoke of how Oshiomhole led the party into its current wave of crisis, faulting the indecision of the chairman with regards to adopting a uniform template for the conduct of the last primaries of the party before the general elections. He said, how would you not have crisis in states with the confusion that Oshiomhole created when he gave the states freedom to choose their method of choosing candidates for elections? Much of the crisis in states arose out of sheer incapacity on the part of the current chairman. How does Oshiomhole's incapacity become booby traps by Oyegun? Many party men were against at the unfairness and injustice meted them through the primaries process. Oshiomhole and his chairman should leave his predecessor house and face his duties of running the party, which seems to be overwhelming him. He should face the dwindling fortunes of the party, which he himself created. Only a bad carpenter quarrels with his tools. Indeed, Oshiomhole is degrading and demarketing the party. Rather than seek to bring more people on board, he is rather chasing people out of the party with his Agberu style of engagement. Meanwhile, the Marcellinus Lemingbo-led Imo State APC has passed a vote of confidence on Oshiomhole. Speaking in Owerri yesterday, Lemingbo decried the call for Oshiomhole's removal by Shuaibu, describing it as unpatriotic and in bad faith. The party also condemned any such call by any group from Imo State, claiming to have come from APC as not coming from genuine members of the party. Lemingbo pleaded with party stakeholders in Imo State to stand against any plan to destroy APC both at the state and federal levels. He said, we the APC in Imo State have declared our total and unalloyed support for the national chairman of our party, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole. We have absolute confidence in his leadership, which led the party to a historic victory in this year's presidential elections. Therefore, we see the call by the Deputy National Chairman North Senator Lawal Shaibu for the national chairman to resign as unpatriotic and in bad faith. Anybody canvassing the removal of Oshiomhole does not have the interests of APC at heart, because such an ill-advised move will definitely precipitate a big crisis in the party. Meanwhile, one of the signatories to Friday's statement and chairman of the party in Akwa Ibom, Ini Okopido, has dismissed claims that the crisis in the party was caused by Oshiomhole's indecision with regards to the conduct of the party primaries. He told Vanguard in a telephone interview that the mode of conducting primaries was a decision taken by the neck of the party and was never left at the pleasure of the national chairman. He said, first, the decision to conduct direct or indirect primaries was a neck decision and not the personal decision of Oshiomhole. I was there in that meeting when that decision was taken, but in the same vein, I do not want to join issues with any person. Anybody that likes APC or likes what President Muhammadu Buhari is doing for Nigeria should join hands in building the party. Where we have some issues, we should sit as a family, try to resolve them so the party can be stronger and the government will be stronger to be able to deliver dividends of democracy to Nigerians. Oyegun is one man we respect so much, but at the same time, we should not expect him to join issues when he shouldn't, so that the party can be strong. He is a founding chairman of this party. APC is just washing his dirty linen outside. These are the things that they would have come together and resolve. But to crown everything up, Oshiomhole started this whole problem. He has made a lot of utterances. The people that are coming out to defend Oshiomhole, it's just like you are defending what is not defendable, because Oshiomhole has really brought himself out, even not to the party, but to the whole country as a whole. Oshiomhole has really embarrassed himself in many ways. He has stepped on a lot of toes. The people that are coming out to defend him, they are doing the right thing. It is expected of them to do that, because everybody cannot be, fighting him. So all they just need to do is just to come together to rally around the party so that the country will be able to move forward. But when you talk of Oshiomhole himself, you can't compare him with Oyegun. They brought Oshiomhole just because they felt Oyegun was slow, he was not active, he was not as vibrant as Oshiomhole. But bringing Oshiomhole again, compounded to the whole problem. The man they had there before, Chief Oyegun, is a gentleman. He does his things, gradually and all of that. I wouldn't know the reasons why they removed him. I'm sure the party knows very well. Maybe he must have done one or two things that, the party didn't like, because the things were not really going the way they were supposed to go. And that was why they removed him. But again, bringing Oshiomhole is like, from fry pan to fire. Oshiomhole just blew everything out of proportion. And that is why the problem is escalating in APC, whereby it's supposed to, bring them together, unite them together, so that they will be able to achieve that goal that they are really looking forward to. But Oshiomhole scattered everything with his mouth, not because of anything, with his mouth, coupled with a lot of allegations against him that we can't even verify. But with what we can see, or with what we have experienced, even as a people, Oshiomhole compounded the whole problem of APC. He really did, with his mouth. And that's why they said he thinks with his mouth, not with his mind. That means he does things before he thinks. And you could see him all over the place. He can't just bridle his tongue. He can't control his mouth. It is his mouth that brought APC to its knees as it is now. So the best thing is for them to tell him to keep short, or if there's anything they will use in sealing his mouth, at least it will be able to, that will be able to curb the problem. I think for some time now he has not been speaking, which is really good for him and for the party. So guys, that's just what I have for you. If there's anything you want to contribute to what I've said, you are very free. If you are indifferent, if you think the whole thing is right, fine. If it's not and you feel otherwise, you are still free to put down your comments and let's learn together. Thank you very much for always listening. Bye.